I'm on the bike. I'm going to be racing in the Cat B race. It's 3 minutes 40 before the Bs get going. The Cs will be going in around about 30 seconds time. They're going off before us. The Ds are already out on the road, and 3 minutes behind us will be the Cat As trying to catch us. So we've got a chase format this morning, 37 kilometres. Whoever crosses the line first, they're the winners. Staggered starts. So it's all about working together for the first part of the race, trying to make sure that your group, your category can stay away, get to the finish line first, and then maybe within the last couple of kilometres, if it looks like you're going to stay away, that's when you might have an opportunity to play a bit of cat and mouse and go for the individual win. So 2 aspects to this competition, which makes it really exciting. As we see the Cat Cs there getting underway in that green kit. So yeah, really interesting format this. We've got really good numbers today. Looking on Swift Power, I've got that called up to the side here so we can keep an eye on the time gaps. I can see that the Ds are off, they're out on course. Quite a few of them in the race. Obviously more numbers is going to definitely help you. So yeah, if you're watching, thanks a lot everyone. I'm going to be following the B cats. We'll try and bring you updates on how the other cats are doing as well. So this was the sort of made up France world. It's not based on anywhere real, and does feature some sort of iconic French aspects such as the Mont Saint-Michel. We're going over the aqueduct climb today. That's only about 400 meters, 5-6% gradient, so the pack should stay together pretty well there. It's definitely within the pack's interest to keep everyone together. There's no need to attack. That comes round about midway through the course. So at that point, you still want to keep good numbers so that you can be closing down the Cs and Ds that have gone ahead. And then it's a bit of rolling terrain towards the finish line. So at that point, we might start to see some attacks if it looks like this group is going to stay away from the As and hopefully catch the Cs and the Ds. So quite a bit of smack talk. You can see in the live chat there within Swift itself. Say hello. And quite a lot of smack talk as well on the various team dirt feeds as well. I know we've got some Cs and Ds who are watching and some As as well. So yeah, lots of people following the stream. So thanks a lot for that. Please do give us a like, give us a subscribe if you can. It really does help with the promotion of the feed, and means that we can attract sponsors like Paleo Valley. And if you've not heard of them, they produce health foods, and through our partnership you can get 15% discount on their products by going to their website. So yeah, that's because we can reach out through our spectators, ensure that we've got good numbers, and that means that we can try and get discounts for you guys. So please do check that out, and like I say, like and subscribe. Right, so we are 25 seconds away from the start of this race then. These and the Cs are out there. The Cs are already on the hunt, trying to catch those riders in the Ds, and now we're about to get going ourselves. Right, and we are off then. Some weird camera 5 angle there, not sure why I started in that. There we go, that's a bit better. Hopefully you can't hear how badly my bike is rattling. That's interesting. There we go, back into the pack. That's where I want to be, in that draft, in that slipstream. All about working together. This early part of the race then. There's Chris Frenker. Make sure you check out what he's doing. There's a Munich. Some really interesting articles over on his webpage, on his Facebook page. on a very nice Cervelo bike there. So yeah, check out what he's doing. He's doing some great stuff. So getting to some rhythm then. Cruising nicely at the moment. Nice custom banners there. Let's see what power up I'm going to get. Ooh, we've got an aero. Might try and keep that. A few points on the course where I can try and get another power up. That sprint might be useful. But looking at today's course, the custom finish, it's 1.5 laps pretty much of this course. So if you're expecting us to finish quickly, it'll be a bit longer. 37 kilometers, so 1.5 laps or so. I'm just using Swift Power. I've got it up to the right hand side here. That's where you see me with my hand and mouse off screen. I'm just looking, seeing what the rider gaps are, seeing what the anticipated estimated time of arrival is. Currently the C riders, their estimated time is 15 seconds quicker than these B riders. So a little bit of work to do for the Bs at the moment. It's a long race, we're only 2 kilometers in. Got to judge it. Don't want to catch too early. Otherwise the Cs will get a longer head start next week. Let's have a little look through who we got in this group. JJ Miller there. With a nice effort, 5 watts per kilo towards the front of the group there. And when you have it, there he comes, through to the front, up in that power, 400, 350 to 400 watts. Taking a turn, pulling us on. Then he'll drop in and we'll rotate and the new rider will come through to the front. They're thundering over this cobbled bridge. You can see we're going to start picking up a rider, Cat C rider, in about a minute's time. At the moment I'm pretty much, well, look at that, my heart rate monitor's decided to disappear. I really don't know what's going on with that in Swift. I know the latest update, there's been some Bluetooth issues. Might be predating that. Right, I'm just going to come to the front, take a bit of a turn. My commentary might die off briefly. Do what I can to help pull these Bs towards the C-Cat. Oh look, the heart rate monitor's back on. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to be destroying this B group. No point shelling people out the back just yet. We do want to keep that pace quite high. You see Oberman and Miller on the front with me. Morgan just in behind with the Dirty Hounds. Settle back in a little bit. Getting pretty warm. Coming up. You see on the mini map in the top right hand corner, there they are on the road, catching a C rider. It's always good for the motivation. See that we are making progress, picking off a couple of riders from the group ahead of Clay Jackson. He was involved in Smackdown talk this morning. A lot of competition between the A group and the B group. The A's have been on a good streak. The B's took them last week. They'll be looking to take it again today. Wisner on the front. He's a strong rider. Thiago Barrera as well, coming through in the orange headband. Another very good B rider. Checking the line. And now the Bs. They're currently showing ahead on the ETA. The A's are a little bit behind them at the moment. The B group is slightly stretched out. Very early in the event to be losing riders. I think they see riders up ahead, getting B riders excited, getting them hunting them down. It's meaning the pace is staying high. So that is what we want, nice high, consistent pace. We don't want to ease off too much and let the A's come and get us. I can find someone there. We are moving. 47 kilometers an hour there. That's pretty good going. Slightly dropping as we come up this 3% gradient. Ian Wilson as well getting involved in the chat. Ooh. We're around about a sixth of the way into the race then. We'll be looking at around about 48 minutes, I imagine, for this race. See how close we get to that prediction at the end. Walt's daughter's getting married today and he's riding on the DADurday. That is commitment. Congratulations, Walt. Walt paddle there. That's true DADurday commitment. So, of course, standing for Dad's Indoors Riding Trainers. So, still a good sized group here. For this B group, just another rider there just dropped. Looked like they've stopped. Maybe a technical issue. So we will be covering this part of the route again. This is part of that extra half lap that we will be doing. It looks like the lead for the Bs over the A's is slightly increasing up to around about 40 seconds. Was down at one point. I think the A's were ahead on the split time. But the speed pace is good. They've pulled it back out a little bit. The terrain, of course, also makes a bit of a difference because those time gaps are snapshots. Team tactics there being discussed. Hopefully none of the A riders or C riders are, well, I do hope they're watching the stream, but they might be getting some advice from this B group, a bit of insider information by following what's going on here. So we're about a quarter of the way through the race. Close the gap to the C by 1 minute 30, so that's half of that gap. That's a good sign. I've got the fans on, but it's pretty warm. Sweat in my eyes. I foolishly placed my towel outside of arm's reach. An error. Should have known better. There we are, cruising nicely then. Rolling at a decent sized pack at the moment. Back up to the front. Here's a couple of riders that we're hunting down. 20 seconds up the road, a couple of D riders. Here's a pack of C and Ds. They're about a minute ahead of this B group. That's not the main pack. This is a bit of a gruppetto. Some of those riders might try and cling on to this group. Which is not a bad thing all of the time because they can help produce some drafting. Here we are then coming through. Pick up some of those riders we just saw up ahead. Guillaume Toffoli there in this group, the French rider. I've seen him alongside myself and R.G.V quite a bit. What a good rider to have in the B group. Got a good sprint on him. I know that from experience. So coming up to the intermediate sprint. Not far off what will be the finish line. Not sure if it's bang on that archway or a little bit either side. "25 kilometers to go." Coming up to 1/3 distance. The ride-on bomb being dropped by someone. Probably one of the dirt team. A lot of dirt riders in this group. coming up to that aqueduct. KOM. Need to keep these groups together. You can see there, big group of C's up ahead. Canadian 1, 2, 3 on the front of this B group at the moment, pushing us up the ascent. Fighting past this group of C's. Try not to get caught in some sticky draft. So the front are just holding off slightly, letting this B group regroup. Try and keep this size together, working as the pack. So I don't think we go up that again. We should finish before that bump next time. The riders there in the super tuck having a really good rest. Looks like it's all come back together pretty much. So it shouldn't be too long before we start getting a bit closer to the main C pack, I'd have thought. Gap is still coming down. These are still closing nicely. Oof. Gap there. I'm going to push up, make sure I'm on the right side. Not close that gap. Give people a bridge to get across. Help each other out. Wish my HRM was working. The heart rate is not feeling too good at this point. There's a lot of dust in my garage at the moment. Unless some builders round. Possibly has affected things. So a few of those sea riders we picked up. I'm starting to fall backwards. Quite able to stick with this big route. So we've got a little bit of rolling terrain coming up then. Back towards the start. Front of the group rotating well. Scooping up these sea riders ahead. Poor choice of power up there by Martin Heinzelmann. 10 XP for him, unlucky. Where the B group currently 25 seconds ahead of the A group. 1 minute 10. Ahead of the C's on the estimated time. Still got to catch them on the road. So through the halfway point. Ah, Stuart Featherstone, how you doing? In the chat there. Regular viewer of ours. how hard the DADurday is. Fluid in. Do this rolling section. The big C group up ahead. Looks to be the main C group. And a few Ds up there as well. We are shifting. Flipping back. Oh, hard effort today. Oh. Not much commentary at the moment. I'm struggling a bit, just trying to stay in with this group. Feeling too great. But I'm hoping this flatter return to the finish. Let this allow me to hang on. trying to stay in the pack and not much use in terms of driving it forward. Can help with the drafting. Bigger bunch goes quicker. I'm not dead just yet. Oh. 2/3 of the way through. Hello, Darren. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one as well. Forgot how much they hurt. So we're about to make the catch. There's the season D's just ahead. 10k from the finish. Currently holding off the A's. Looking all right for the B's at the moment. Hang on in there. Might see the pace pick up as we go through this bunch. The B's try to punch through, drop some of the C's. They don't have a chance at the finish. Here we go. Junction made. Work my way through. Out the other side. Ah. Not right now. Get that heart rate down. Might do my best not to get dropped. This final 8K, 10 more minutes. Bubble slowing us down. Right. We've got about 50 seconds on the A group then. 6K to go. Chris O'Sullivan hanging in this front group. The C rider doing well to stay in this front group. There's a few C's and a D. Oh. Ryan, 47 kph again. I've not been much out today. Hi, Jacob. I think we might be able to do it. 5K to go. Quick lift, swift power. Going it to be close. We shall see how it goes in the last 6 minutes or so. Yeah, they're going to have to be going some to catch up. No climb for them to utilise. Only 8 metres of elevation in this final section of the course. Getting into the end game now. Little bridge coming up, that's a tiny little bump. Oh. 47 seconds the gap on Swift Power. Now the Bs were hoping for a minute ahead of the A's. They've got an opportunity. Well, these Canadians are still driving the pace up the front. I'm going to call it just yet. Anything can happen in the final few kilometres. The days have got power, they can really lift the pace if they want. Pretty sure this is the front. I don't think there's any riders still up the road. Shout, the A's are on the radar. They're coming in. 2.5K, it's going to be about 3 minutes. We pretty much bang on that 48-minute mark, like I predicted. Keep pushing all the way. Not getting dropped now. Going to be a tough finish. There's the village up ahead. Get in now for the line. Just after this sprint section, another kilometre past the arch. Final chance for power-ups. One K to go then. It'll be between the B's and the C's that managed to hold on to this B group. Ah. Ah. Ah, I feel sick. Ah. Ah. Oh, ninth. Top 10. Oh, take that. Oh. Oh. That was super tough today. The A's are coming in now. In all these times, they don't take into account the time gaps. 45.55 there for the A's. 48.33. So 38. Second gap, perhaps. Not sure, we'll have to look at that in a bit. Ah. Oh, that was tough. Oh. As we came over the aqueduct, I didn't think I was going to be able to stick with it through those rollers. I wasn't much use. Not much help. The bees did it well, and bees. All right, let's check. Good power. Adam Upshaw looks like he's taking the win ahead of Thiago Barrera, apologies, and Daniel Visner in third. So the podium swept up by the dirt team there. Ooh. So you can see that chase format means you have to work hard the whole way through. And it was tough, I'll tell you that. All right, well, thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Please do give us a subscribe and a like, and also check out our sponsor, Paleo Valley, where you can get 15% discount using the Cycling15 code at the checkout. All right, I'll be back here soon. Have a good warm down, guys. Thanks a lot.